Whew. Hello everybody, it's March 12th, 2011. I'm just making this video because, I don't know, I really want people to open their eyes to absolutely what is going on with everything. And by everything I mean us as a general population, us as an entire world, I mean everything. Today there was an earthquake / tsunami in Japan. 10,000 people missing already? Yeah, well, anyway, a lot of people are saying it's HARP. HARP did it. You know, I mean, we did it as a nation. Our government did it as HARP. I don't think that's the case in this one, really. I mean, I just think that accidents happen. And I mean, that's kind of like a risk that you take living in Japan. I mean, you're surrounded. You're on a fucking island surrounded by water. I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. Just like our Ice Age and the Greek hot period. I mean, everything happens. Everything's a cycle. It really is. Everything's a cycle. I don't know, a lot of you think the world is gonna end on 2012, which, in my opinion, I really don't see it ending in 2012. I see more like the American government taking over and initiating martial law. That's what I see going on in 2012. I see the collapse of the US dollar sometime between 2012, 2013 at tops. I mean tops, really tops. I mean, look at it. I mean, the history of it says it all. Every currency that has ever been a paper currency has dwindled to nothing. That means that it has collapsed. That means that their dollar bill, you know, the monies that we run around with and we think we're all so high and mighty with, are actually nothing. I mean, really, my advice to you guys is take your money, go to a reserve or a bank, and buy fucking gold. It's like almost $400 an ounce right now, but if you wait for next year, it's gonna be at least $1 gram an ounce, at least. And why is that? Why does gold and silver keep fluctuating and paper currency keeps going? I mean, it just stays low. I mean, why is it that gold is so high and silver so high? And it's easy. It's because it's a natural resource. It's always going to be available. So what does this mean? That means that everything that you own and everything that you have bought with your paper money isn't insured, really. I mean, it kind of is. Say you went to Best Buy and you bought a computer at Best Buy and it was on warranty for 5 years. I mean, that would still be a change, but who knows? Who knows if your warranty's going to be there in 5 years? Hell, fucking they could collapse tomorrow and you wouldn't have a warranty. I mean, just like Apple and Microsoft and I mean, basically everyone else. Everyone else depends on our currency. Everyone depends on our money. Everyone depends on the trillions that we are in debt. I mean, everybody. That's not just you and me, that's everyone, including Japan, Iraq, Afghanistan, Baghdad, Moscow. I mean, everybody. Everyone depends on us. Why? Because we're the bullies. We have all the power. Let me take you back to 2002, when George Bush was our president. He stated that in 2002, Iraq was in possession of nuclear weapons and that they were easily within 45 minutes of destroying his population, or our population, or anyone else's population. So, what'd we do? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I didn't believe a fucking word of it. Most of the Americans were just like, hey, you know what, we'll just watch the media. We'll trust the media to let us in on everything. But what you guys didn't know is that the media is owned by our government. I mean, literally, mass media is staged media. Everything. I mean, it's to keep your eyes off the big picture, really. And what I mean by the big picture? Well, I guess I'd have to say Illuminati. Now, you see, I got that sinister smirk on my face whenever I said Illuminati, so why is that? Well, it's mainly because everyone believes that the Illuminati is just a conspiracy. There's no higher power. There's nothing that's taking over our world from the next, you know? I mean, everyone believes it because they've been told by television, fucking all their stupid resources, history books, Illuminati, a secret society. You know, I mean, it's real, people. Open your fucking eyes. How can I put this in best terms? Oh, first off, rule of the Illuminati is you can't talk about the Illuminati. So what happens if you talk about the Illuminati? Actually, in the, I think there's, 13 tiers of the Freemasons? Now, Freemasons were the people who founded this country. I mean, George Washington was a Freemason. Benjamin Franklin was a Freemason. Oh God, who else? Here, even George Bush. George Bush is a Freemason. I mean, you don't have to believe it if I don't want to, if you don't want to. I mean, but really, come on, open your eyes, people. This is a secret society. This is the elite of our world, taking over our country and our population as an entirety. I see a one world order, and I mean a one world order. One united fucking earth under the control of a select few elite. Some people are just like, you know what? One world elite, I mean, one world government wouldn't be so bad. We'd all get along, blah, blah, blah. Would we? Really? Would we? I mean, come on. I mean, I get judged on a daily basis. Look at that prick. Look at that asshole. Blah, 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 blah. Look at that loser. Piece of shit. Look at that fucking conspiracy theory. You know, I mean, I do. All the time. I could say, hey, look at that black guy. Look at that Mexican. Look at that fucking freaky looking white dude. You know, I could. But I don't. I mean, I'm not saying that I've never badmouthed someone or diminished them in any way. I'm just saying that I've grown up and I've realized that people are people. And what's more important is brain power than anything else. It's not about your color, it's not about your race, it's not about your skin type, it's not about your clothes, it's not about your cologne, it's not about your hair or your makeup or your facial piercings or anything of that matter. Because everything that we are is in here. This is what makes us. You know, I shouldn't say only, we, as people, only use 7% of our brains in the entirety of our lives. So, if you think about it, why do we have the other 93%? I mean, if we're using 7%, why is that? I think we should be in control of the other 93%. I think we should have unlimited limitations, if you get my drift. I mean, I'd love to be able to achieve mind over matter. That's really what I want to do. I mean, I meditate all the time, and I have a very, very open mind. Yeah, I'm not very closed-minded at all. I see religion, I'm not bad-mouthing religion at all. I'm just stating my opinion. And my opinion is that religion, it's all based off different stories. And what I mean by different stories is that we all have different faiths and different beliefs. And when one person portrays his beliefs and his views to another person, and they take heart to it, you know, I mean, it's just another person added to a belief system. Just like cults, just like anything else, really. I mean, if you think about it, they're all part of a system. But, I'll make a second video to go for after this one. I just want to get my thoughts out there, and I wanted to open you guys up to a world that isn't as small as you think. You know, there is a bigger picture, and the sooner you realize this bigger picture is going on, the sooner we can do something to stop it. Because in the end, we're all going to realize, holy shit, The conspiracy theorists were right. There is a one world order. Oh my God, there's gonna be a one world government. We only have one currency now. Wow, we should fight now. No, because they win if that happens. So don't let them. You know, keep at it. I mean, I don't care what it takes to get it the point across to anyone. Just get out there and say, hey man, open your fucking eyes. You're getting fucked. I guarantee you, if we all did that, and we all sat down, and we all just understood everything that was going on, and actually opened our minds, and realized shit's going down, we'd actually be getting somewhere. But no, instead, we have to deal with inflation. We have to deal with bullshit taxes. We have to deal with fucking bullshit laws. I mean, okay, the third bullshit law, I'm a fucking pothead. I don't care who knows it. I fucking smoke pot all the time. And I say we should legalize that shit. Not just to make potheads happy, no. To increase our fucking economy that is dwindling down to nothing. I mean, literally, if you, say you went out and bought like a QP of weed, right? And you sold that on the streets, you'd make your profit back in half that bag. That's $300, well, depending on where you're from, that's $300 to $400 plus. So that means you've got $300, $400 profit right there in your pocket just for distributing out a little bit of stuff. And it's not even a fucking drug. I mean, THC is, but the way I see it, it fucking grows in the ground. It's a plant. It's a plant that whoever made this place put here for a reason. And I believe that reason is to help our economy now. So, Proposition 19, my thoughts about Proposition 19 is Proposition 19 is bullshit. I mean, really, all of the government and everyone else who's involved with this situation is going to happen is they're going to take our weeds, right? They're going to take our weeds and they're going to make them cigarettes. Now, how are they going to do that? First off, they're going to add chemicals. I don't mean like a few chemicals. I mean, I'm talking like heavy chemicals. I'm talking about like half THC, half nicotine type shit. And I mean, a lot of people are used to that because a lot of people roll their joints with half weed, half tobacco, which is no problem. I mean, I've done it a couple times. I just don't anymore. It's a fucking waste. I mean, they're literally gonna make this shit addictive. They're going to sell it as cigarettes. What's going to happen to cigarettes when weed is available to the consumers? What's going to happen to cigarettes? Quite simply, cigarette prices are going to skyrocket. Why is that? Because after you're stoned, you want a fucking cigarette. You smoke, you want a cigarette when you're stoned. Period. I mean, I always want it. I mean, I do. Like, I'll smoke and I'll be like, oh man, that was an awesome bowl. You know, I think what sounds great right now is a cigarette. And I'll hit it. And I was like, you know what, that was perfect. And so on and so forth. So you get my drift. But I'm just saying, another thing that made Proposition 19 bullshit was the fact that they were going to tax marijuana. I mean, that's understandable. Of course, we're going to tax marijuana. But if we're going to sell it, let's sell it as is, instead of putting all this bullshit into it that we know is going to get the public hooked on it and forcefully make money for ourselves. Or, just hear me out, we could say, fuck the monetary system. Because, I mean, it's going to collapse anyway, right? It's just a matter of time. When that monetary system goes down, what are we going to fight for? We're going to fight for food. And we're going to fight for survival. And we're going to fight for shelter. And we're going to fight for faith. And we're going to fight for anything and everything. None of us are going to get along. Why? Because we all consider each other a threat already. We already live in a world where if you look someone in the eyes, like passing on the street, you look down upon. It's like, I don't want to look at your face. Come on. You know, I'm just walking here. I don't want to look at this guy. I mean, we're all going to hate each other. But if we could band together before this shit goes down and realize what's going on, then maybe, just maybe, we have a fighting chance again. I really just hope everyone opens their eyes and realizes that